Hello, everyone, and welcome to State of the Realm, your weekly Final Fantasy XIV podcast. This week, we're going to take a spoiler-free look, or I guess stay our spoiler-free first impressions of patch 5.3. We've had it for a few days now, and we'll do our best to keep you in the dark if you haven't done it yet. Tuesday will be spoiler cast on YouTube. That's going to be Wednesday for you guys. Going to say it at the start of the show, so nobody asks me when it is, even though you still will. But anyway, let's talk about patch 5.3. I'm one of your hosts, Mr. Happy, and of course, joining me is my partner in crime, Sly. How you doing, Sly?
I'm doing wonderful. How are you?
I'm doing swell. I gotta say, I felt like shit yesterday, but
I bet.
Yeah, actually it's weird because you'd have thought the day after the patch I would have been feeling like shit, but no, it was the day after that I felt terrible.
After.
Yeah. The day after that. No, yeah, the first day after, I slept like 10 hours once I was done with the patch stuff. That was it.
Oh God, the day of, I slept like maybe what time did I get off? About 1-ish? So yeah, 12 hours. Like I call myself taking a nap. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna take a nap, get back on, do the second round of dwarf dailies, and I woke up at like 1 a.m.
Dude, talking about sleeping.
Then went back to sleep.
Make me yawn right now. I could drink this coffee. I could use a nap myself.
You need that cap coffee.
Yeah, no kidding. All right, before we talk about patch 5.3, though, of course, the usual sponsor read at the start. Thank you to SteelSeries for sponsoring State of the Realm, as they have been, giveaways month after month after month after month. Appreciate you, SteelSeries, for doing that. If you would like to enter, please go to the description of the YouTube video and enter there, because it's free stuff from SteelSeries, so why not, right? And of course, we have our patrons whose names are scrolling in the top right of the screen, and we will do another shout out for them later in the show. Sly.
Yo, this patch, yo.
6 months we've waited.
Man.
6 months we've waited.
And we were not disappointed.
No, but the things we were not disappointed about are not the things we get to talk about for the most part today.
Redacted until Tuesday. But yeah, first impressions.
Okay. So we got a good bit to cover here, and quite frankly, I'm still not ready to talk about everything from the patch because it's been a busy last few days.
Yeah, you haven't had a chance to do everything,
which is surprising because I normally have, but I've reworked my work schedule
for a non-raid patch. Like, yeah, you've been pretty busy.
I try to be.
Even still, like you're usually busy with Savage and everything, but now you don't have that. But still, you've been cranking out a lot of content.
I've been trying. But the thing I want to talk about the most, we're gonna wait for Tuesday. So that doesn't mean
what can we say?
That doesn't mean we can't say how it made us feel. So Sly, without any spoilers, how did it make you feel?
A little smug because I was right.
I think I know what you're referring to.
Mm-hmm.
Sort of. Yeah.
But like altogether, in terms of expansions, and then you finish the expansion story, and then you have the ending spiel. Heaven's Ward had one, Stormblood had one. Usually in those ending spiels, I feel a bit tired. And like, oh, I gotta do this rigmarole. This one I was kind of happy to. I was kind of happy to do the rigmarole like at the end. And it evoked a lot of emotions. Definitely a lot of emotions. I think a lot of people felt something at the end.
Yeah, this right here, this motion right there. Yeah. That's there's a decent number of tear jerkers in there across the entire thing.
Oof. Ooh,
yeah.
Yes.
They hit you right in the. Here's how I would sum it up. If they told me that was it for Final Fantasy XIV, I'd have been like, yeah, okay,
yeah,
I got it.
All right,
you did it.
Okay,
you did it. All right.
That's a good one to walk off of. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Just gonna leave out the teasers. They always have a teaser scene for the next thing. They do it every patch, every 0.3 patch. If that just didn't exist, I would have been like, okay, that's it. It's over. Yeah. It felt very complete, as Chad is saying. It felt like the end of something.
And that's another thing. Like this one felt so complete, whereas the other expansions, like there was a little bit of something hanging on, and there still is. Like they were right. Like it's 99% done. 99, but still, it doesn't feel as incomplete. I feel a sense of catharsis with this one.
Yeah, I'd say the last time I felt that way was maybe 3.3. I really felt like the end of the Dragon Song War was very like we always know there's something else coming, but
right.
It still felt very much like the ending of a story. Stormblood, I didn't get that. Stormblood never never at any point felt like the end of a story.
Like
in fact, I still feel like I'm playing Stormblood in most patches.
Are we back to Stormblood now? I think we're back to Stormblood now.
Well, we might be based on some dialogues we've had about 5.0, 5.1, and 5.2. We may still be on that road. I feel like we've still got some roads to explore on that front. So yeah, that's the thing. I just don't feel like Stormblood ever ended, and I still don't feel like it has. So we're now done with Shadowbringers. We can go. Imagine that's going to be 6.0. Back to Stormblood. That's going to be the name of the expansion. Yeah. BTSB.
Stormblood Part 2.
Yeah, Stormblood Part 2.
And back to Stormblood.
Yeah. So I'm glad this felt more like a finale again to 14 though. Like Dragon Song War felt like the end of that chapter. Whereas this actually felt like the end of a game. Like guys, let me go to Twitter and say, wow, this ending to this game was so great. I hope you all enjoy. No, it's like that's the kind of level that we're talking about here.
Yeah.
So I was satisfied. I mean, I'll say, since we won't talk about the story for the other individual bits, I kind of felt that way. Not about the final part, but I felt very attached to all but one of the stories in this patch. Obviously, without going into detail, Sorrow of Warlit was a good change of pace for a few things, but we'll talk more about that on Tuesday.
Oh yeah.
The only thing I felt no attachment to nobody's surprise, is the Nier raids, because it sucked again, in my opinion. I don't even have to tell you what happened. I'll just tell you I think it sucked again.
Dungeon was good, however. I will admit, as a 24-man, Yoko Taro was right. If we die, we die. But
that's every 24, man.
Yeah, pretty much. But as far as story is concerned, like I said, like it just slips through the cracks, and then it ends. And it's like I had to literally ask, that's it?
I feel like that's been every patch.
It? No. Well, the thing with the last Yorha story, like it felt, like, okay, this is the breaking point. This one, it felt like there was stuff to do. Things happened. I can't say. I just had to keep saying these phrases.
Yoko Taro is Yoko Taro.
Yoko Taro is Yoko Taro. But at the same time, it just dropped off. Like, it felt like something else should have happened after that. I'm like, did I miss a quest? Is there some dialogue I need to, like, go see after this? Like, no, Sly, that's
I guarantee you 5.4 is another mini quest, like the 5.2 one. And hopefully not as useless as 5.2's Nier story.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
I'll say this, I'll skip right to that. The Nier, I mean, it's a better 24-man than Copied Factory, but...
Agreed.
I'll say this. Doing it, when I did it the first time, I'm like, yeah, they did some pretty neat stuff. When I actually looked at the whole thing, after already doing it once, I went, they didn't do jack shit with this. Like, the bosses, so I have to make comparisons to a lot of old bosses, because you can't just, I can't shit on Nier and act like Crystal Tower didn't have its rough times, Yeah. Especially doing it now, where it's the only 24-man I get to do if I do a roulette. But when I went back, you know how a lot of the times when you do the 24 mans in the first week, it feels like the fights are, and I'll put this in quotes because it's not true, way too long. You know, because everyone's dying and it's dragging on. The boss's health bar barely moves. Like the first week, it feels like, man, this boss has too much health. What the fuck is going on?
Second run, and then second run goes like that.
The second run made me realize, and especially when I was writing up the guide for it, I was like, there is no fucking mechanics in this thing. There's like 3 attacks per boss, and then they just repeat.
Yep.
And I was like...
They're interesting, however. They're interesting mechanics, but like, yeah, I feel like it's light on mechanics.
Yeah, it's just like, they're very visually appealing, a lot of them.
Yeah, especially the next to last one of Nier. Not the final one, but the one before that. And the way they utilize the environment, like I thought that was neat.
Yeah, but that just reminded me of the second boss from the first raid, the one where all 3 of you are on different platforms and the walls change and like you see all that. Like it kind of reminded me of that, but I think it was done better.
Yeah, it was done way better.
I think that's
like you actually had
how I feel about this. And like the raid, it was better than Concrete Factory. I still don't do this ever.
I think we're just jaded from like Nier story.
Yeah, the Nier story really kills a lot of my care.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not even that. It's one of those. I don't know how to put it into words. Like I think back to when Crystal Tower was new, when each of the individual Crystal Tower raids were new. I think back to those, and those were simpler times. Those mechanics are literally a joke. Like looking back, like it's like how people say Thornton was like the hardest extreme we've ever had, but then I look back and I was like, bro, people just couldn't even do dive bombs. I can't even judge this fairly. Like people legit went, oh my god, I need to find a safe spot on the ground because I can't look at 3 dudes and figure out where not to stand when they all dash through the arena. It's kind of like that. Like Crystal Tower's mechanics were so absurdly simple,
right?
But as much as we barely do them, over the expansions we've done less and less of them, they still age fairly well in regards to actually going back and doing. These aged poorly almost immediately, in my opinion. I don't know how to describe it. Like, I was so instantly done with, like, all the boss's mechanics in the most recent one. I was like...
Yeah, okay. It didn't... like... If we were to go back into Orban, like I really feel like Thunder God Sid would put. Thunder God Sid would put the fear of God in you, even though you've done it before.
Well, it's nerfed now, just so like there's no fear of God anymore. Yeah,
true, but still, it's mechanics wise, it's just there's just a lot more to do, and you're more involved than going in a second or third time in Puppet's bunker, and it's just like, oh, okay. Mechanic.
Yeah, I don't know. Something's missing. It's not just the lore. Something's actually missing, it feels like.
From a design standpoint?
From a design standpoint. You know what's really fucking weird about this? And there's no way this is intentional. But I can't help but feel like it is. Sly, do you know how I feel about Nier Automata from a gameplay perspective?
Meh?
I don't like Platinum Games as like a combat developer. I don't like any of their combat. It all feels like floaty and unsatisfying to me. The bosses in the raid feel the same way to me. I don't know how it's possible. They're not even remotely the same design.
Now see, we're diving into a totally separate conversation. I was gonna say, okay. See, the thing is, when you say Platinum Games, one of the main examples I draw to is Bayonetta.
Yeah. I don't like Bayonetta compared to Devil May Cry. It's fine. It's not a bad game.
And see, that's what I was gonna like.
I know the guy who made Devil May Cry 1 made Bayonetta. Like, I understand that.
Yeah.
I also know he made Devil May Cry 2 before he left. So I haven't forgotten that, and that Itsuno's been in charge since 3.
Nobody has.
And 3, 4, and 5 are all good. So that's all I'll say on that matter. But yeah, no, Bayonetta just falls short for me compared to Devil May Cry 2. And DMC Devil May Cry is, honestly, I'll say, better than Devil May Cry 2, but still worse than the other Devil May Cry games.
Anything is.
Yeah. Honestly, if I had to say Platinum Games, DMC is probably my favorite one that they've... Oh, wait, that's Ninja Theory, isn't it? Isn't that not Platinum Games? That's Ninja Theory.
Ninja Theory, yeah.
Yeah, so what the fuck am I even talking about? Yeah.
For DMC.
Yeah, it's still worse than the other 3. I mean, the opinion's still the same, but it's... Yeah. I don't know what it is. I don't know how they can make me feel the same way in both. Like, everything is just super not satisfying. I don't know what it is. Mm-hmm. I think, honestly, it might be just the set pieces, and I'm just associating the two. Like, without even thinking about it. Don't do this ever again, is all I'm saying. Yeah, like, if you're going to do these 24-mans, please go full ham and integrate them into the world and the story. But, like, this, I'm so disconnected from the... It's got one more chance, Sly. I'm still going to give it one more chance.
You're going to give it one more chance?
I'm going to be fair. I mean, listen, I wasn't a huge fan of Alexander's story up until the 3rd one. And then I, as a whole piece, liked it all together. Although I actually liked the fights, for the most part, that aren't manipulator in there. So it kind of doesn't help. It ain't over till it's over. I'm willing to accept that. Yokotaro's a guy who he always waits till the end to try and make you care.
He'll get you in the end, like especially with Nier, like in regards to Nier Automata and everything. Like, I feel like he has something up his sleeve.
Well, he played one card without saying what it is. He played one pretty major card in this update, but.
Oh yeah,
that's far from the hands that he's used to dealing. Very far from the full house that he usually plays.
Yeah.
So I'll wait till the very. I'll just say I didn't like it again. It's got one more chance.
Okay, fair. That's definitely fair.
That's the fairest assessment that I could think to give it. You know what also doesn't help, and this is gonna sound really weird coming from me. I don't like the gear. I thought all the sets just looked like the same shit, except one didn't have a sleeve and one had a hat. I was just like, what the fuck is all this? Why did you just make the same set 5 or 6 times? I don't understand.
Yeah, I wasn't too keen on the gear either. Like a lot of people love it. A lot of people want the Nier look.
I don't mind the Nier look, honestly, but it's so... I feel like if we had one set that looked like here's the thing, the sets don't look bad, but all the sets alongside each other don't
look the same.
No, they do. Yeah, they do look the same. It feels like the same. You know what it reminds me of? The first tier in Omega where everyone was a samurai. I was like, what the fuck? Why is everyone a samurai? Why is every gear set making someone a samurai? It's kind of like that. I don't like when they do that kind of shit.
Right.
Like with the dungeon gear, you've got some that remind me of like Emmett Selk and some that remind me of just like the generic tall. Like there's like different flavors from the Emiratian visual spectrum. Here, it's all of them as black coats and large buttons.
Yeah.
It's just, I don't know what's going on. Oh man. I hope. I listen. Hope it pulls through in the end. Pull through in the end.
Hope so.
We can ignore this glam because the real glam comes from maps. So it's fine.
And I got mine.
I wish, man, the only thing I want to say about maps, other than I need to do some, is
you do.
Really
you want another variation.
Another RNG map.
You want
I want my pachinko map, dude.
Yep.
I want my pachinko map, or I want my roulette wheel back for the new stuff. That is.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I don't know where that is.
Another patch. Hopefully, possibly another patch. And even if we did get it, because the roulette wheel was still based in that kind of map variation. Do you think this one would be like based in Legia, would be based in Ilmeg type decor, I guess?
I really like the Ilmeg
Yeah.
decor for the current maps. I want to see them do more.
Okay. All right.
I can't wait for them to show for them to create an animation of us getting like flushed out by like a drowned or something for like one of the other ones. Just the drown comes up. Just you see those the eyes in the water like in the 5.0 MSQ, and then you just exit, and then the screen goes black and you're outside. That's what I want. That's what I want to happen. That would be terrifying. Imagine that. They could get
fun.
Yeah, they could get pretty fun and pretty trolly with those.
Yeah.
Oh, imagine a roulette wheel where the silver matanga, like what would all the like matanga equivalents be in everything?
Keeper of the keys.
No. I mean like, God, no. It's gotta be something more thematic.
I still like. That's the only thing I can draw from was like keeper of the keys as being, you know.
I need it to be.
He's our rainbow Jesus.
Yeah.
He's our legit
but I
rainbow
feel like,
Jesus.
I feel like the silver matanga equivalent of this could be so much more fun. I like this. It's kind of a fun thing that maps have been around for such a long time and have proven that you can stay completely relevant, barely changing anything.
Right.
And still be relatively fun if you don't mind gambling.
It's a good money maker. It's a good money maker. You'll have your up days, you'll have your down days. I've had plenty of down days this week. I have not had one up day at all.
Hey, at least people you know have had up days.
Yeah, people I know have like gotten really lucky, and I, had to buy some cloth, but
It's just crazy because think about all the features that have been incorporated into Final Fantasy XIV since 2.1. Treasure maps were 2.1. We didn't have dungeons back then. It was just, a few different types of maps, a few different level ranges. That's it. Think of how many pieces of content, think of how many things have been introduced into the game that have either just been abandoned or so drastically changed that some people don't even enjoy it anymore since 2.1. And then look at maps. Stood the test of time.
Really. And see, the only thing that changed with maps is they added one map. That's it. They haven't added anything else, just one map, and it's going like fucking clockwork, man. It like this one map. I really wish they would have added more, but I got my barbecue. I got my barbecue outfit, so I'm good. But I really wish they would have added more than just one map. Like, you need something else, like a dance. Put a few dances in there. I don't know. Don't put them in Mog Station. Put them in maps. Thank you.
I just love it. I love that maps are just so relevant and still updated from time to time, even if it's just materials or whatever. It's enough. It's all people need. Sometimes all people need is a new item to make them motivated. Case in point, one of the biggest surprises of 5.3 when the full notes came out were new primal weapons for 3 of the primals. But not Zervin.
But not Zervin. Fuck that guy.
That is all that takes to get some people interested in some of the old stuff, to some of the old materials, to add some market value to some of those things.
Yep.
What was really weird, and I will say that, is there's no Gunbreaker and Dancer weapons for these, even though there's Gunbreaker and Dancer weapons for Shinryu.
Oversight?
I don't know. I feel like if they finally saw people were demanding primal weapons for these things, and they cranked out a bunch of those, but they didn't get any new weapons. I have a feeling in 5.4 there's going to be Gunbreaker and Dancer weapons for those.
Yeah.
And I do agree that I think they're gearing Shinryu up to being an ultimate, and they wanted to give him some weapons. I don't think he'll be the next one, but I think he'll be the first one in 6.1. Hey, remember, one of my predictions is Nidhogg's eyes, which would go between Thornton, Nidhogg, and Shinryu.
Yeah.
So I could see it. I could totally see it happening. But yeah, that's no doubt about that. Oh man. But Zervin, he's fucked. No one cares about him anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, nobody gives a shit about birthday cake.
What did he do wrong? We are the one who skipped Soar.
He was a birthday cake.
Yeah, but there's no presents inside, Sly. There's no presents for this birthday.
Yeah.
There's no shiny presents.
What next?
You just described Zervin in one silence.
Yeah.
And when a silence can describe something, that is all that needs to be said.
The present is disband.
Suffer in endless torment. Oh man. But it's really cool. Yeah. So what did they do? They did Tsukuyomi, Suzaku, and Seiryu? Byakko? I don't remember what the other one is. Chat will tell us in a second. You don't have to look. Yeah, it was Seiryu. Wait, what happened to Byakko? They keep skipping all the ones.
All the ones that we just didn't give a fuck about?
I don't care about them so much.
Yeah.
No,
we don't give a shit about Byakko.
Yeah, they skipped Susano, Byakko. Oh, hey, I wanted Susano's stuff.
Susano's the homie. Yeah, we should at least got Susano. Yeah.
Oh my god, my dishwasher is going like crazy. Let me turn this off real quick. It's bugging the shit out of me.
Who else did they skip? Oh my god. Susano,
Byakko, Zervin. Now obviously we haven't gotten any 5.x ones, but still.
Yeah.
Lakshmi. Yeah, that doesn't count. There's no Lakshmi weapons. They're not gonna make Lakshmi accessories like new ones.
No. God no.
I am glad Byakko is good. Though to be fair, if I really wanted a Byakko weapon, do you think I'd go get it? I'd just buy it. I've got 200 million gil, nothing to fucking spend it on. If I really wanted a Byakko weapon, I'd just do that. Shiny accessories. Hey man, I guarantee you there's people who now I've said that, they're like, yo, why don't they do that? I'm like, y'all gotta get your shit under control. All right, I can't take this anymore.
Hey, people ran fucking what? Palace of the Dead for accessories, for the little headset.
No, not
type shit.
Wait, do you mean the Heaven on High ones, or do you mean?
Was it Heaven on High? I think.
Well, Heaven on High, for beating Heaven on High, you got the accessories. You got for floor 100, you got the little tome.
Yeah, you're right. Heaven on High, the bench. Yeah.
Wait, the what?
No. What?
Oh, no.
The
bench is at the end of Palace of the Dead. You get you do get the pumpkin and the fire orb. There is an earring for those. Yeah.
But in Heaven on High, you get like the little headphone looking joints.
The
elegant looking joints.
Looking joints.
Yeah.
I thought you said bitch when you said bench. Like, yeah, the bitch, right? I was like, wait, what?
Yeah, the bitch. You get a bitch for beating Heaven on High. You should.
Dude, can't you get the bench? Isn't there a way to get? Oh, I mean, it's just a bench, I guess. You have a bench.
It's just a bench.
But I want that bench. I want it to say Palace of the Bench.
Get a mat to make the bench? Yeah, I can see that.
I want that bench. That's all I want.
Yeah.
And I need to know it's that bench. It needs to have like Obdalord's like signature on it or something. Bench of the Dead. There you go. Yeah. Bench on high. No, there's no bench at the top. There's a little dodo nest at the top of Heaven on High.
So we've covered story.
We've covered
Nier.
Thank you for expressing that again.
Yeah. We talked a little bit about the weapon.
What you mean, the Sorrow of Warlit?
Sorry.
Well, we didn't really. We just briefly touched upon liking the story of it, but like we actually got to play what we saw in the trailer, and oh boy, so I really would love to talk about the story because there's a shit-eating grin both on my face and on a certain character's face during this patch that I fucking love. But all I gotta say is we are 100% using this robot again. I will accept no other alternative. because that was pretty fun. It was really basic, but it's the kind of thing. It's the kind of thing I could 100% see them doing a phase in. At least in a normal mode, if not in an extreme. Like, I see them at least using it again in a normal mode. Did you enjoy your time with giant Gundam bot?
Yes, I did. See, we keep calling it a Gundam. And
to be fair, Slide, the name of the robot.
It kind of is G-Self. Yes, you're right. It kind of is G-Self. It's kind of Gene Reconquista a little bit. But at the same time, it's kind of Eva. It's not a real, it's not a super, it's a hybrid.
I don't know what the fuck you just said. It's a Gundam.
I've completely lost you. It's okay. Gundams are reals. Supers are what? Like Gunbuster, Megazord, anything with like a really fantastical powers. This is a hybrid. It's a hybrid. It's Eva Unit 01. It's basically Eva Unit 01. It's a Gundam Gellion. It's a Gundam Eva. Evundum. It's a hybrid.
You gonna keep trying this? Because I can sit here all day.
Yeah, it's a hybrid. Yeah, that's all it is. But it's fun. Like, that was so much fun, and like getting to practice and did a little training before. I thought that was really neat. Just kind of teach you everything.
Yeah, I was a fan of the overall design. I think they landed in a pretty good spot with it. And another thing, they really know their player base when it comes to that, because I don't think this is spoilers, but you get to pose with the robot.
Gynax pose, boys.
I will say this: this is probably one of the biggest blunders of the patch, in that it only takes like 4 seconds before they ask if you're fucking done, and I was like, no, I'll tell you when I'm fucking done.
No, I'm not done. You know what? Just disable the HUD. That's all you have to do, is just disable the HUD and take your screenshots. That's it.
Yeah, because these motherfuckers are like, are you done? No.
No.
Are you done? No.
Are you done?
Are you done? No. Okay, that's fine.
I'm so glad they included a Gynax pose. I am so glad they included a Gynax pose.
Yeah, they went ham. They know their player base when
they know their fan base.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they love the robots. There's some mech heads in the dev team.
You know who I forgot about, who I feel kind of bad for this patch? The fucking mech head that's out in the locks. Who, when you talk about the ruby weapon, he just starts jerking off.
Oh yeah. I need to talk to him again.
I think I did. I think he said something very brief. But he didn't get a lot of attention this patch.
No, not this patch.
He wants to talk about it nonstop. He's just like, yo. He's like, hey, I think he says something like, I haven't had a day since I stopped dreaming about weapons. He's just like, and he's like this. He's like actually doing that too. He's like freaking the fuck out in the corner. Like, he can't sit still for 2 fucking seconds. So that dude's got some fucking problems, man. that's all I can say.
He needs another hobby.
Yeah, desperately. Or he needs to become a warrior light and do this shit, because I'm not trying to interact. Listen, I don't want to party with this guy. This guy's just, it's too much for me. He's got that energy about him that I don't want to be about right now. I ain't trying to be about that. Okay, so yeah, I hope we use that again for the robot again after Sorrow of Warlit. Next would be the dungeon. And this I'm gonna tread carefully with. There's a few conversations we have to have about the dungeon. One, dungeon.
Very cool. I think we kind of predicted how it would go in terms of scope and landscape and everything. We semi predicted it. Like,
yeah,
we didn't realize that.
I was off.
Yeah, we were writing a few things, but I wasn't expecting that. I wasn't expecting everything we got at the rate we got it in terms of scale and everything. So yeah, I wasn't expecting it. So yeah.
Dungeon goes by pretty
really
quick. There's a lot of cameos in that dungeon without saying specifically what they are. That as somebody who's played through all of Shadowbringers, you're like, oh. Yeah. There is another cameo that I won't spoil for anyone until Tuesday. But I will say this. When you're getting close to the end of the dungeon, just look along the right path every time you do it. And you may see someone extraordinary. So, Sly, do you know what I'm referring to?
Did I see this?
If you're thinking of a Reddit post, then probably yes. Who else is extraordinary?
Yeah. That does nothing for me. I'm trying to think. Did I see this? Did I see this when I first ran the dungeon?
I don't know. But if I were you, I'd pay very close attention.
Right before the end.
You'd know right away if you saw. There's no way. There's no way you know.
Yeah, I didn't see it. I didn't see it.
You'd actually 150. Yeah. So after you know how from the second to the third boss, you go through a gate. And then you have to kill a few more ads, and that's the final boss after like a drawbridge drops or something. After the first gate, there's another gate that's just for scenery on the right in the final stretch. Sometimes there's somebody there. Sometimes there isn't.
Sometimes.
And you will know when you see there. I got that NPC to appear on like the second or third time. So there's a nice cameo there that you definitely want to keep your eye out for. Okay. And I say that to everybody. There's a cameo there that you definitely want to keep your eye out for. That's not the only cameo, but that's the one that matters to me. So overall, I think the biggest topic to take away from this dungeon, the bosses are all classes or jobs that have existed in Final Fantasy before. One of them, unfortunately, has sparked a lot of discussion that I feel is unwarranted, and that would be the second boss. And I'm not those kind of discussions. Just to be clear, not those kind.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Are you sure? I mean, those discussions are probably coming up.
Yeah, that's one way. That's certainly a phrasing for it. Yeah. What do you think? I want to. So there is a job I think they tease in the story, which we won't talk about till Tuesday. I am certainly on the train of one of the jobs that was teased in the story this patch. None of the three bosses even remotely come off to me as jobs we'll ever play as, and I have a very set logic for that. Do you feel anything about those three bosses?
Not really in terms of actually, foreshadowing, new features or new jobs to be featured in the game. No.
So you know what my greatest logic into being against that is? Against any of those three jobs? The first job we actually know we'll never have in the game, and they've given us a very particular reason. It's a thief. And they've said, because it's not exactly great when you're like, I'm going to save the world, but by the way, I'm a thief. They kind of didn't like that. That's why the Rogues Guild are like reformed thieves, in a sense. And there's like a band of thieves as well as part of the Rogue quests. So Rogue would have been thief turning into ninja, which is very classic to Final Fantasy. In Final Fantasy 1, thief becomes ninja. That's like literally the most like common thing. That is enough of a reason for me to look at the other two jobs and be like, yeah, it's not happening. Even the second boss, they talk about how she's like shrouded in darkness, but there's like a hint of radiance. And she's like talking about how she's like sullied herself like to take on this magic or whatnot. And it's like, and she's also a psychopath. I bet she did. She's a fucking psychopath.
I bet she did.
Stop it.
She sullied herself, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Please stop.
Yeah.
Yeah, she
girl.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, she kind of talks down about herself pretty much the whole time. And then the last boss is warrior, literally. Like, it's not, but like, let's be honest, it is. So, I wouldn't take any of those three as job hints. They can do whatever the fuck they want. It's their game. But
Where was
what?
I'm trying to think which one.
What one I'm thinking of?
No. Like, what Final Fantasies have I seen the last boss in?
A lot of them.
Like, actually,
there's a lot of them. 5 would be an obvious one.
Yeah, 5. Can't be it though.
No, it's not. But that's the most direct one that most people will refer to. Yeah. No, the job that I think is coming is mentioned in the story very early on. I think that one's actually only because I've talked about that one before, so I want to believe it's real. It's one of the first things they talk about in the story without spoiling what it actually is. So that's a big one. I'm on that train. I'm a believer. I can leave her if I tried.
The question is what the naming convention would be.
I think they gave us the naming convention too. I think that's like verbatim.
So Octopath?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Makes sense, given all the discussions we've had about it before.
Yeah.
So, we'll see. We'll see. We've probably got an extended wait until we get expansion stuff. I'm not predicting that until January because November was the original time for us, so I imagine push it 2 months back.
I hope and pray you're right because God, we need another one.
Another what?
We're due.
Oh, yeah. No, I'm very confident we'll get another healer. That I feel confident about. I know what you're talking about. Yeah. But the dungeon, I wouldn't mind running this dungeon, but this dungeon goes really quick because there's a lot of cameos that speed it up a great portion. So it was really, really quick and satisfying to run through. So this one gets a 10 out of 10. I mean, honestly, for a long time now, I don't think since Never Reap have I really not liked the dungeon. I think like since then I've generally liked most dungeons.
Wait. Grand Cosmos would like a word with you.
I like Grand Cosmos. Why would I not like Grand Cosmos? What's there to not like about it? Because people suck at dodging brooms? That's not my fault. Like, What the fuck? That's not my fault. I don't give a fuck if you can't dodge a broom. That doesn't make the whole dungeon bad.
Okay. All right.
Everything else was fine. All the things that could have potentially been annoying, you skip or you ignore. Like, oh, the boss jumps around at the end. Yeah, maybe if you're actually trying to do mechanics. Loser. Anyway. I love when there's one person who really wants to do the last boss correctly and like get max distance, and I'm like, no, you know what? In defiance of you, I'm gonna follow the boss and get hit by it. That's as far as I'm concerned. Oh man. So yeah, no, I can't. No, really, not since Never. And Never Reap. Honestly, I don't even really dislike it that much. It's just not a favorite.
It was just drilled into our brains so much during that phase, during that dev time, that dev off time, I guess, that we kind of grew to hate it. So
it's really just the last boss and the 100% evade shield. That's like the only thing I didn't like. I don't care about the tornadoes and shit. Like I never mind hazards. If I didn't like hazards, I wouldn't have liked the final hallway in the near raid, which I loved, by the way.
Fuck that hallway.
I love that hallway. I'm all about that.
Fuck
That's
that
my
hallway.
favorite. I like that more than any boss they've done. Of the 8 bosses they've done. That's better than all the bosses that they've done in the near raids. I'm just saying.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely in my top 10 hallways in Final Fantasy 14. Definitely in my top 10. Yeah.
there.
That's it. Hey, listen, Never Reap. Don't forget, going back to Never Reap. I was going through YouTube and I forgot that there was that JP post on Twitter at one point where the paladin used cover on somebody and the tornado knocked them up repeatedly, and I forgot about that because I forgot Mary made a video, like putting it to what's that song that people put like people flying through space to? What's it called again? Yeah, what's that? Chat, help me out. Help me out here. I can't remember the name. No, it's not Nanocat. Yeah. No, it's just literally like we're like free Shooting Stars. That's the one. Yeah. Mary did a video of the Never Reap cover bug and put it to Shooting Stars. And I'm like, thumbs up. I forgot about this. Shout out to Mary, by the way. I gotta get him on the show again. So he always goes live around this time, though. Feels bad, man. So that's dungeons. I like it. I like the dungeon. I'll run the dungeon. I need the decent stuff. I need to make some fucking money. Maps and decent. Yo, decent's back, boys.
There are plenty of ways to make money this patch. Besides those, dwarfs.
So about that.
Hey, did you do your goddamn dwarf dailies today?
I haven't done my dwarf dailies. Period.
What the fuck are you doing here? Go do your goddamn dwarf dailies. When you wake up, you shouldn't be thinking about breakfast. Do your dwarf dailies.
So
when you go to sleep, dwarf dailies.
So I got all my dwarf lore from Ethos. I haven't done the prerequisites for the dwarf dailies.
Terrible.
So, and unlike in Stormblood, I have all my crafters already at max. I didn't have a single crafter leveled when the Namazu came out. So, however, I will say this. I was watching Mary do them. Those are fucking funny. Especially an NPC who knows way too much about alcohol. There is one particular NPC that, without even having done the quest yet, I'm like, I will protect you with all of my heart. Because this shit is hilarious. And I love it. So I will get to them. But I have not done any of them yet. So Sly, have you done your dwarf dailies today?
Yes, did.
Okay. Have you missed any days of dwarf dailies?
Besides the first day, which technically, you can
day
double
zero,
dip, but
kind of like the wake up early one. Yeah.
Yeah. So really, I'm on schedule. I could be like one day ahead, but I'm on schedule.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, I haven't done any, so I'm very not on schedule.
Yes, go do your goddamn dwarf dailies.
Listen,
when you go to sleep at night, you should be dreaming of waking up and doing your goddamn dwarf dailies. When you're thinking about spending that special time with your special someone, fuck that hoe, lolly hoe. Do your dwarf dailies.
I'm gonna need that on a shirt. If anyone can make that happen real quick. Definitely gonna need that. Gonna need that on a shirt or on a helmet that has a beard on it or something. Yeah. All right. It's like, why do you get mad at me when I make jokes?
Do your dwarf dailies.
I don't think I've ever said "fuck that hoe, lolly hoe." That's like some modern hip hop shit right there. Like I can already hear the beat to it. All right, that's some trap music in the background right now. I'm all about that. I'm all about the trap remix. I need it. You grinding, son. All right. Well, on that note, listen, I couldn't do day 0. Did you miss day 0? Because I was actually intending on doing the dwarves day 0 until I realized I didn't have to.
No. See, the funny thing is, like, I did day 0. Like, when I logged in, the first thing I did was my dwarf dailies before I did anything else. I was supposed to double up, but I fell asleep and woke up at 1 a.m. and then went back to sleep. So, like, on the second day, I got it, of course.
Yeah, I was the main scenario I just went right into, and I think I had like 30 minutes before the daily was about to reset. I was like, okay, let me go grab them real quick, and then I saw I didn't have them, and I was like, all right, fuck it. I guess I won't do it for the next 4 days then, because I'm not doing these dwarf quests right now. I guess that's it. I'll revisit this later when I have more time. And so yeah, it's no days done. Towards the dwarf. I gotta do listen, I need to do allied beast tribe quest. I cannot miss an allied beast tribe quest. So I'm very motivated to finish it. Just not yet.
Again, the one of the things you can get from them is the map for the new crafter gear, the new crafter gear and gatherer gear. Which actually right now I need to check because it's kind of cheap on the board. So if you thinking about it, you probably should buy a bit because people are going to want that for crafted gear.
You're speaking a language I don't understand.
Yeah, I mean money.
Oh, okay, all right, that's better. Yeah. Now you're speaking my language.
Yeah.
The one thing I've spent the most time with since the patch went live has been the new trial. I won't.
Okay. All right. We're not going to go into detail, like story-wise about the trial. But first, I feel like we have to talk about the story trial before we talk about the EX trial in general. About, the aesthetic. We can't go into specifics, but these cinematically speaking, god damn, that was good.
It sure was. It's great when 7 of you are really ready for it and 1 of you isn't. You have to start all over again.
God, I swear to God, I have never button mashed that fucking hard. Like, and it's usually button mashing on controller, not that bad. On anything else, not that bad. This one, they really make you fucking button mash. I mean, keyboard and mouse, y'all are fine. Yeah, like I did it, no problem on keyboard and mouse. Yeah, I know. Yeah, they really.
So, Sly, I'm gonna blow some people's minds because this is something that some people are gonna think, "Haps, no, come on, it's not real, right?" But it's very real. When you get quick time events or active time events in Final Fantasy XIV and it says click the button, it doesn't actually mean left click the button on the screen. You can press any button and you can just bash your keyboard or your controller, as long as it's not the enter key, because if you accidentally press the enter key, you're fucked because it's gonna start typing it instead. When I said that, you know how many people went, really? Unironically? And I'm like, yep, people don't know, but a lot of people think you have to, like when it says spam click the button, they think it means left click the button on the screen.
Yeah. No,
you don't.
I feel like we've known that for a while.
Oh, no, we have.
QTEs.
But there's a lot of people who don't.
Yeah.
So that's my you don't want to be that person, because you know what? The entire party can see if one of you is missing the chains around you.
No, we can hear it. We can even hear it.
Yeah.
Like once everything goes black, we can hear it.
Yeah.
Like, oh, somebody fucked up. Yeah.
And then the fight just starts over. You're like,
starts over.
I should kick you out of the instance. and just make you queue for another.
You just
party.
back in Yulmore. You just back in Yulmore for no reason. Like, wait.
Just make you queue in. Just make you queue in the duty finder again. Just like try it again. Just good luck.
Yeah.
Just hit him with the proto Ozma memes. It's pretty funny. Yeah, you failed the duty. That's it. It's all over. Timeout. Yeah, it was a pretty good normal mode, but the extreme. There's a beautiful nature to the extreme version of this encounter. In that it is a return to form in that of just here's an EX trial, do it. In a way we haven't had in a while. There's no checkpoints, there's no second forms, there's no active time events, there's no flying, there's no DDR, there's just here you go, we're gonna throw everything we have at you in the kitchen sink. We'll throw it at you in semi-random orders. Make you adjust on the fly. Good fucking luck. Here you go.
Semi-innocence, like.
Yes, I felt very... And Innocence is pretty easy, but Innocence, in my opinion, was a really good trial. Not as difficult. Most of the time, the first two aren't. So... this is the first time I've looked at a trial and go, yeah, I would do that. Like, I didn't mind Ruby Weapon that much. I didn't mind Hades, but I actively enjoy this one.
Yeah. Agreed.
And they turned into the biggest fucking trolls in this fucking encounter. Sly, without spoiling any ability names, do you know about the invincibility trick?
Yep.
For anyone watching this, if you use an LB3 on the boss when he's not doing anything, like he's just kind of chilling and standing there, he'll go invincible for 10 seconds. And he doesn't do it when you hit him with the LB3. He does it when you start charging it. So if you cancel the LB3, he'll still go invincible. And then you can do it again. And if anyone griefs you like this, you better boot their ass from the party finder. Because that shit's fucking funny. I would not recommend. There's a few things you can do to really troll people in this patch. I would not advise them. Like aiming the AoE in the second boss of the 24-man at another alliance. Don't do that. Be like, well, that looks safe. They're standing there after all. Yeah. So this one was really. I will say I don't like the weapons. So the one that I wouldn't mind farming, I actually don't like any of the weapons at all. I straight up got two of them in like my first few clears. I'm like, these look like shit. Maybe this just isn't the right aesthetic for me, but I think these look terrible. Okay, the Gunbreaker. I'll take a look at the Gunbreaker one. But I looked at the gun and the Black Mage stuff, and I'm like, this sucks.
The Monkfish dropped for me, and they look pretty fucking awful.
Yeah, I don't like it at all. Like, it's one of the... I'd rather have, like, Onimos weapons.
That's saying something. That's really saying something.
Like, let's just say this. When I could prefer having the option of making my shield invisible versus wearing a shield, it's like, I'd rather not look at this. It's a good thing we got the other three trials, the crafted weapons, because that helps really mitigate the fact that these look not good, in my opinion. Like, really not good. I don't know. And I don't even know what color the dragon is. All I know is I lost one. So... Like every fucking patch, I roll a 35 and when I see the fucking mount drop, and somebody wins with a 99, and I go, not even close, huh?
Mm.
This is why I don't bother collecting primal mounts, because this happens. Until I can solo them. When I can solo them, yeah, I'll go get it. Shinryu, he's duelable. Fuck it, I'll wait till I can solo him. That's it. Because I just can't be asked. I can't be asked to do it. I can't be asked to farm 99 totems. I can't be asked to actually hope for the drop. It's not going to happen.
Nah, fam.
But this was a great EX trial.
Have I got any mounts this expansion? I don't think I have.
I haven't. Even I know the answer to that.
No. No.
Yeah, you were having a bit of a time, but just about a couple hours ago you beat it. You finally had the time to beat it for the first time.
Yeah.
That was an interesting pull that turned into a success.
God. There were a lot of interesting pulls in that party. There were a lot of interesting. It usually starts out with Nani the fuck. Like, very first mechanic. Nani the fuck? And you look at everybody's dead bodies and like, why'd this happen? Wait, we're together, right?
That's the best part of new EX Primals.
Why the fuck did this happen? And yeah. Phase 2, like post ads, is a clusterfuck, but not bad. Definitely recoverable, definitely forgivable. I got fucked on a few mechanics. People don't.
Oh, I was watching. I saw it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I needed a hero. And I didn't get my hero in time.
You need a hero to save you and take your breath away.
Yeah. Yeah. Terrible, but I'm gonna let that slide.
I was actually waiting for you to go there. I was like, oh, he's gonna go there.
Oh man.
But something we've now had to make a habit of is that's not the only EX trial we get to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
We've got Unreal and Sly.
Okay, you were right. All the guides from 2.4 and everything still relevant. Here's the issue. One, people either forgot, or two, people never did it.
Yeah, that's fair. There's been a lot of new people since. You got to remember, we have more, according to the latest Lucky Bancho data, we have more active players, even like right before 5.3 hit, now than we had. We had like double of what we had back in like 2.4 when Shiva came out. Not to mention that's not the same exact group of people playing from before.
Yeah.
So, it's a time in the Party Finder. I know it's even funnier. Apparently, you can't Party Finder for 2D complete.
People said that too. Yeah, I've noticed.
So that means every week you put that Party Finder up, you don't know if everyone's beaten it in that group.
Yeah. I mean, I did when it was relevant. So god damn it, I did.
Yeah. I actually had more fun with it than I thought. I did it as a healer because I thought it was just going to be a fucking meme. Yo, that 435 item level cap does not joke around.
No, sir. No, sir.
It's I was like, okay, I'll just glare. Oh, it's just one AoE, no big deal. Second one comes out. Oh. I was like, oh.
Spicy ass absolute zeros and shit. Like you are just like hanging on to like a little breath of life after absolute zeros. Yeah, I'm like, wait, y'all are healing, right? Yeah, we're healing. That shit's just spicy.
It's just spicy, man. Spicy. Dude, Shiva Savage was like, yeah, I guess this one room-wide AoE at the start of the fight will do. Shiva Unreal's in staff form. Am I a fucking joke to you? She's just like... That's it. She's not fucking around no more.
No, sir.
It was. I enjoyed it. One, because it's hilarious to see people who didn't do it the first time kind of try to do it, or for people who haven't done it in a long time to try and do it for the first time in ages. But it was just, I don't know, it was kind of chill. Shiva's. I think they were kind of right to go with Shiva. Yeah, it's kind of. I didn't even do that on purpose, but thanks for nothing. That's just my language. I forgot where I was going now with the with the children.
You're glad they did Shiva.
I'm glad they did Shiva because I think she might be the right trial specifically to tell us what Unreal is supposed to be like.
Knowing what we know about 2.0 primals.
Yeah.
I mean, in terms of difficulty, it was kind of ass backwards to begin with because, you know, in terms of the story, the last one, you really fight. Well, out of the three, I think Shiva's after that, but still.
Yeah, Shiva's the last, like a Realm Reborn, because in 2.5 we had Odin, Steps of Faith, and Lahabre, stupid fuck in the Chrysalis. I'll just say the Chrysalis.
Nabrialis.
Yeah, Nabrialis.
Nabrialis.
Yeah.
How's Ifrit gonna fit in this equation? Because Ifrit isn't really.
Ifrit would have been my other choice for like a pretty good first one. I don't ever want to see him as an Unreal personally because I don't like the Ifrit fight very much. Because let me tell you this, man. I didn't like healing the nails back in 2.1. I do not want to heal people DPSing the nails at item level capped at 435. Not particularly interested in that prospect.
Man, are you still fucking?
You know what I don't want? I don't want a world where White Mage has a size in a nail face. Because I will hit all of those nails at once. I'll be like, all right, how many of these are low on health? Cool, I'll just kill them all and we'll all die.
Are you still sore from fucking like Uwu?
No, the Uwu is fine. I didn't heal Uwu. I'm saying that in pugs in Ifrit, people would just like fucking destroy nails like 3-4 of them at a time and destroy everyone. Dude, Dancer, you better be fucking scared of Dancer and fucking White Mages and shit on nail phase because they're just gonna break mad nails all at once. Oh my god. It's gonna be a time. But Shiva's like, she's not really like a super hard primal, but she gives you an idea of how the fight is scaled because that shit can be, dude. If you have people fucking about, you might actually hit enrage on Shiva.
Mm-hmm.
That's there's no messing around on that, dude. Between the actual amount of damage and people just kind of not going to the right places, oof. I did both of mine this week already. I did a retelling. I did my Fox Hollows. And man, you know what Fox Hollows is gonna make me do?
What?
Wondrous Tales. Because you
Really?
can get the mount from getting 3 lines, and I think I'd rather take my chances with that than hope to get 600 points with Fox Leaves. Not that I'm not gonna do Unreal every week, but the fact that it's 600 leaves for the mount, and if you get a gold cert, you could just get it instead. I think I'd rather do that. Also, silver certs let you buy the neck ribbon and not the minion. There's something else you can get with silver certs that you can also get from Fox Hollows.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember what
looked at them.
Yeah. Oh, and also you can sell the mount on the market board. Mary bought it for like 30 mil. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. Which, by the way, I think that person sold it for way too little, considering how early they got it. Although I think there are some people that just kept gold certs, like they keep gold certs when they get their 3 lines. I think they just bought it with that. Yeah.
You think 30 mil was too little for a mount?
I think for that mount, like considering how new it is, they could have jacked that
are we
price
talking,
up and
are we talking about
bought it. Somebody would have bought it.
Are we talking about like day 1?
Yeah.
Are we talking like day 0?
Yeah.
Okay.
Dude, the fucking Pegasus mount from Palace of the Dead was like 20 to 30 mil when that shit first came out. And that shit should have been, in my opinion, more expensive. Because that was exclusively from 150 plus. This is like even worse, and it's like on a massive. It's like the ultimate in RNG testing. And yeah, and that Pegasus mount is actually still like a lot of money. It's still like 15 mil. Yeah.
Okay.
Honestly, 150 plus Palace of the Dead is still pretty decent money. Not gonna lie, because not very many people go that far. So that stuff, if you're not picking up the stuff that's like crafted very often, it's still all right money wise. Yeah. So it's I might actually have to do Wondrous Tales and hope that I get 3 lines. But Wondrous Tales now gives EXP.
It does.
It apparently gives about half a level regardless of level, or at least that's what I'm being told from people doing it early.
Huh. Regardless of level.
Yeah, so like if you're level 77, I think it's like 14 mil EXP or something like that, and if you're like 78, it goes up to like 17 or 18 mil or something like that.
Again, we're gonna have plenty of ways to level in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, I mean, we're also getting a whole nother, within like 6 weeks, we'll have a whole nother method. It's crazy, man, to think of how many things give experience points. The thing, I never even thought of Wondrous Tales giving EXP, so I'm kind of a fan. Because you know what that means, right?
What?
You better have a Wondrous Tales ready to go in 6.0 drops. Drop that shit on the new jobs ASAP. Half a level. Instantly. ASAP. That's my first thought immediately was I'm going to have a Wondrous Tales and all my challenge logs ready for 6.0. And I'm going to instantly try to get to like 71 so I can go do Bajra from 71 to 80 on whatever the new jobs are. That was my first thought instantly when I found out Wondrous Tales gave half a level. I'm ready. Unless they nerf it for some reason by then, but please don't. I love having a quick tool to get that first level to get to like whatever the next leveling content actually is. Yeah, and Pixies. Oh man, I'm ready for it. Dude, I'm gonna have Pixie dailies ready to hand in. Gonna have Wondrous Tales ready to hand in. Do one roulette, bam, level 71. Let's go. That's gonna be the plan in 6.0.
But he didn't do his goddamn dwarf dailies.
Yeah, but you know what the dwarves didn't give me? My own dream realm with cake. All right. And a Titania remix.
Dwarfs are giving you alcohol.
Dude, trust me. If I'm seeing cakes and macarons as chairs, I probably had something way worse than alcohol in the Pixie Quests. I just don't know it. They definitely slipped you like LSD somewhere in that quest line. All right. As far as I'm concerned, there's no alternative to that. You know how much time I spent AFK in that fucking dream realm while I was doing the Epic of Alexander? That's it. Imagine going from A to the L to the EX, and then you're just hearing all the time when you're fucking not inside there. That's the ultimate way to drive yourself crazy.
That's like Hell's Break Room.
Yeah. That's it. That's pretty much what it was. Hell's Break Room. I like it. I like the name. Dude, Lee Meg is my jam. Dude, they need to put tombstone vendors in Lee Meg.
No.
Yeah, come on. No. Do it. Put a market board. Put a market board in there. Put a Rowena tombstone vendor in there.
Stop.
Put a repair NPC.
Nope.
Put a materia NPC. Put a nut exchange in there. Just literally a whole hub. Just throw a whole hub.
God damn it.
Into Lee Meg. All right. Lee Meg housing. It's all good.
Hey, look. Excuse me. We already got the firmament. No.
We can't live in the firmament yet, though, Sly.
It's still being built. We have to work on it. It's still we got work to do.
Okay.
But I don't want to live in Hell's Break Room. Sounds like Hell's Kitchen now. Hell's Break Room. Yeah. God damn it. Yeah.
Yeah, speaking of housing, chat already kind of beat me to it. The 14 Twitter today at like 5 a.m. posted some stuff about housing. I don't know if you saw. Yeah, they Yoshida made a couple of statements, and I'll read you the tweets. A message from Naoki Yoshida regarding the new HQ turn-in feature and housing situation. One, a checkbox for HQ turn-ins was added for Grand Company Leave Quest to make it more apparent, but this has greatly lowered the efficiency of turn-ins. This will be removed in a hot fix at the end of August. Well, we are very grateful for the increase in players due to new updates. The housing demolition timer has remained disabled due to COVID. We are planning to add more plots soon, but due to the current situation, the installation process has been slowed down. We apologize for the inconvenience caused. The full details of the announcement is currently being prepared. Thank you for your patience. In regards to the addition of new housing plots, while we cannot proceed with physical installations, we will optimize the server and add as many plots as we can in 5.4.
How many, though?
That's the question, because they said they can't. They're not actually physically installing new server space, so they need to just make space essentially.
Right.
Whatever that means from their technological standpoint in regards to how much space they could possibly open up. I'm still of the opinion they kind of just need to revisit housing altogether. I'm still waiting. Dude, if they just let me make my apartments bigger and then give me like a public gardening section, I'd be okay with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like a balcony. Yeah.
Yeah, something like that. Or not even that. Like if there's just like, you know how like they have like a public chocobo stable outside the apartment complex?
Oh, so like a co-op kind of.
Yeah, like something right next to it that just lets you maintain plants, but like instance just to you or something like that. Yeah. Yeah. But I wanted them to let us make larger apartments. I would actually maybe consider making one or actually using it if they let me enhance it, especially if they put like a quest line behind it or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
I'd be okay with that. Make us do a little bit, not anything crazy, but something, you know, reasonable. It's gonna be bad, isn't it? It's gonna be bad, isn't it? Oh man. And then there's another big thing that I've started on today.
What was that?
A Realm Reborn's revamp. And flying in all the areas and everything.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, well, through story, we find that out in general. And like, once you load in, like, it was weird. It was really weird.
It really was.
Everybody flying around the Aetheryte. I'm like, oh yeah, this is a thing. Yeah.
But you know what happened to me today? I was walking to Camp Drybone on my new character to attune to the Aetheryte, and man, am I not used to seeing Ixion fly the fuck directly up from Camp Drybone as I'm walking towards me, like, and I was like, that's shocking to see. Not because he's electric. It wasn't on purpose. It was a shock to the senses when I saw it, and it was a good reminder that it's possible now. Because man, there's so many places you can get up too close now, and it's amazing to get a look at some stuff from better angles.
Oh man, all those sightseeing logs that you haven't done, go ham. But yeah, you were talking about the Realm Reborn revamp. Now you, like, well before this happened, you went on a quest, you went on a journey to see how long it would take you to get through a Realm Reborn. Before this happened, what are your findings now?
Holy shit. They were not fucking around. Bro, I got from level 19 to 25 doing one Sastasha, one Tamtara, and one Copperbell. I got 6 levels. And reminder, no preferred world, no armory bonus, no Aetheryte earrings. Brand new ring, we have that. That's from the Novice Network. But no EXP boost, not even an FC buff. And I got 6 levels from those. Because the first time bonus also gives you basically like a whole level. It straight up gave me a whole level. I went from 24.5 to 25.5. Like almost to the note.
Now think of the new players who, take your or people's advice and put all these things on.
Well, a lot of those things, the reason I don't use them for the test is because new players can't. You can't get Aetheryte earrings anymore. It's impossible. They were a pre-order bonus.
Okay.
So yeah. So like, and on top of that, not everyone's
Aetheryte earrings out.
Company. Nobody can have armory bonus on their first character. And preferred world is the one thing. Like if somebody has preferred world, you're gonna fucking take off.
I mean, but there's still things that will allow you to, get a little bit of edge XP wise, like Hall of Novice, stuff from Hall of Novice.
Yeah, I have that. I have the brand new ring on.
Yeah, the brand new ring. I'm trying to think what else. There was, if they really wanted to go this route, there was a Mog Station
sale. So they could have got you can get the Far Eastern, one of the Far Eastern sets, I think. Yeah. I wouldn't use that though.
No.
This gear kind of sucks.
Seriously.
Like, gear kind of sucks, I'm not gonna lie. It looks cool, but like
Right.
actually using it's kind of just, you're literally griefing people to use that armor most of the time if you're actually in an instance. Yeah, but I have done 0 side content other than my class quests, and I am 9 levels ahead of the main scenario. I'm on level 16. I'm level 25. I haven't unlocked Guildhest. Actually, that's not true. I did unlock Guildhest and Leaves briefly because I was waiting for a queue, so I'll count that as side content. But the amount of EXP you get from this, even the hunting log is nigh worthless now.
Really?
Because one quest is worth like 3 times of every hunting log that you can get for its level range. So it's like, it's okay on like secondary classes when you don't have main scenario. But that first class, I don't give a fuck about the hunting log. Because I don't give a shit about the stupid level 50 ring I get. And B, it's literally like a worthless amount of EXP compared to the main scenario. It's absurd. In a good way. And the few quests from Uldaj Chain that were removed, I moved through this insanely quick. I just like, it was like, I don't know which quest they removed. I don't know which steps were taken out. I'd have to go back and watch my entire playthrough from a few months ago. But I never at any point felt like they were wasting my time. There was not a quest that made me go, this is, why the fuck are they doing this? So whatever they did cut, they cut the worst things. So they, I don't know, I couldn't label exactly where things are changed, but man, were they not messing around. They really, really went ham. Not to mention, low-key, something that we kind of missed. They updated all the unique dungeon gear. They gave a bunch of old dungeons unique gear if they didn't have it before. There's whole new gear sets while you're going from 1 to 50 in some of the dungeons. It's ridiculous. There's like a few ethereal pieces that like still like accessories, but all those like ethereal left side pieces got replaced with like unique sets.
All I'm hearing is desynth.
Why the fuck would you desynth something that level? It's not gonna be worth anything. I fucking Grand Company or toss that shit.
Well, if you're doing crafters at the same time you are as you're leveling as a new player, then yeah, why not?
Dude, it's all glam. That's it. It's more glam life.
Nah, I desynth that shit, man.
I don't know if it's gonna overtake my favorite Shadow Bow from Stone Vigil, which has been around forever, but my god. They are not fucking around here. They went ham. I have no doubt as I get later there'll be some quests where I'm like, really? But they probably trimmed them down so much. Again, recently my knowledge of my experience and how long it took is gonna come into play because I know where I was at 12 hours. I'm currently at 7 hours. At the 12-hour mark, I was at the quest after Ifrit. I'm literally maybe 30 to 40 minutes away from that quest right now at the 7-hour mark.
So you're ahead. You're way ahead.
Yeah. It's pretty fucking significant. So I'm really excited to get back into that because this is I'm just saying. They did a really good job so far with what I've experienced. I can't wait to do 2.1 to 2.5 with flying, especially.
Oh, yeah.
Because
Pray return to the Waking Sands.
I haven't even gotten to that yet. They literally, don't forget, there's Waking Sand teleport tickets now.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
I haven't gotten to the... I'm about to go to the Waking Sands. They give you like 12 tickets, I think, from the first quest. They give you another 6, like a little bit later on. So they literally just, oh man. I'm ready, dude. I actually ended up liking my Realm Reborn replay before when it was like not nerfed. I'm really looking forward to seeing how this goes. Pray teleport to the Waking Sands.
Pretty much.
Yeah. Oh, it's going to be... You know what the worst part is? In 6 weeks, New Game Plus goes to a Realm Reborn. You won't have the teleport tickets. You can fly there, but you won't have the teleport ticket, so you still got to go. Oh man, just a fun little reminder for that. Oh man, I'm really looking forward to that. There's a lot of things I'm actually still looking forward to with 5.3. But biggest thing we don't even have yet, which is for me, is Bajja. That's not for another like 6 weeks.
6 weeks. Yeah.
I'm kind of anxious.
So we just got content to hold us for 6 weeks. I mean, story. Like people are gonna get done with story. I guess running Puppet's Bunker weekly if you want to do that, sure. Why not?
Not me. Dude, we got Yokai Watch. What are you talking about? That's gonna keep us occupied for the whole 6 weeks. That's next week. You getting the beer?
Okay. All right. 6 weeks. 6
well,
weeks.
Okay, Sly, to be fair, I'll give you this. It takes a week for Yokai Watch to come out, so it only has to hold us over for 5. And you know what, to be fair, it's also on a Wednesday, so 4 weeks and 6 days. Sly, you're muted.
I mean, yes. New weapons. Good looking weapons.
New minions.
New minions. Not going to tie me over that much, honestly.
Or will it?
Put it like this. Are you... Some might. Are you no-lifing? Are you no-lifing Yokai Watch?
No, because I have 4 months to do it. And Mortal Shell literally comes out next week.
Exactly.
Crystal Chronicles is on the 27th.
Yep.
So no, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to get that couch. I don't even care about the jizz mount. I want the couch mount, but I mean, I'm going to have to...
Can we stop calling it the jizz mount?
No. It's what it is.
After seeing the end of Yorha, I don't want to hear that.
Yeah, but the end of Yorha doesn't have a jizz mount. Yokai Watch has a jizz mount. I'm just saying. I don't make the rules, Sly. I just enforce them. I'm sorry, you're right. I have the jizz mount already, the glowing jizz mount. Sorry, thank you, chat. Thank you. Thanks for keeping me in line there.
Again.
Speechless.
Again. It's not something I'm no-lifing. I mean, yeah, you're right. We'll have time, but we'll have plenty of other stuff to do in the meantime. So it's not going to be, like, pressing. But sure, if you want to go for more jizz, that's fine. God, I can't believe that's...
Yeah, you're pressing for the jizz mount.
Terrible.
You're the one who chose. You didn't have to continue this conversation. You could have moved on.
I want to move on. Is there anything else? Is there anything else we haven't covered?
I didn't even do the Moonfire Fair yet. That's there. Moonfire Fair is there. We have the Rising coming up. We have the new Tales of, which we're gonna probably do our own shows about for lore shows and whatnot. We'll all out.
Moonfire Fair was okay. I mean, I really didn't pay too much attention to it because I just wanted to get it done in between all the actual 5.3 content. Quick and easy. Quick and easy. Do a fate a couple times. You get the outfit. You get a new dance, a variation of a dance we already have.
Okay. Is that it?
And that's it.
All right. So
there are probably a few. There are probably a few other things, but yeah. I mean, get the outfit. It's just 2 fates. 2 fates. That's it.
Yeah, it's 2 fates that I could do on my alt that's playing a Realm Reborn. I'm just saying. I don't have to do it.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna. I'm definitely not gonna do it.
Okay.
I can't remember honestly. Other than the Rising, I don't remember the last seasonal event I did.
Yeah, it's been a while since I've done a seasonal event, and like this one, just because it was just quick. Plus, there's a dance.
Well, speaking of, I mean, at least there's the dance for 80k MGP. The bee's knees.
The bee's knees.
Although the lollipop is really probably going to be the main prize that people are looking at.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Dude, that's it. I've seen a lot of people just AFK bee's kneesing in Limsa Lominsa. I'm all about that lollipop though. That's that I want. That I want. That I'm gonna get. I have no doubt that I'm gonna get that. I was just looking at the Yokai Watch thing. Oh man, dude, I'm just. I need 6 weeks to go by. I want Bajja. I want to finish a Realm Reborn, and then I need Bajja. Give me the Bajja. Yo, give me that
I'm looking through patch. Looking through patch notes, seeing anything we missed. You probably haven't. Because I had to do the whole quest line to get this. Custom deliveries. I mean, nothing too major. It's just custom deliveries, but yeah.
Sly.
Go ahead.
Slowy is the last person I ever delivered anything to.
Okay. Thank you.
I will get my lore from other people.
All right. That is fair. And as far as like everything else, I think that's in terms of content, pretty much
without being able to talk about the story. Yeah, it's pretty tough to talk about something.
Yeah.
Like, I can't wait to talk about the EX trial, but not spoil it at all. It's like, dying inside, please. Yeah, it is what it is, though. We have to wait.
Yeah.
We're gonna wait till Tuesday.
Buddy.
That's gonna be the spoiler cast. I feel like I am forgetting something though. You're right. Something.
Yeah, I'm looking through the patch notes right now, and I'm trying to see what am I forgetting.
Like I'm gonna be blaring all the Pulse. Apparently, the Pulse website added a bunch of previews. Alexander's in there. Titania's in there. I was literally making people deaf before we started State of the Realm. Yo, she's got that glitch hop. Glitch hop Titania. I'm all about. Yeah. I also pre-ordered. Square Enix is releasing a lo-fi album, just for general Square Enix music. Also, pre-ordered that while I was at it. So I got all the music. We got all the music coming through. I will say that's one thing we didn't really talk about at all. The fucking music. That's what it is. We didn't talk about that at all, bro. I'm all about pretty much every theme except for one. There's one theme that I was like, that's the best you can do. The last phase of the last boss of Nier, which is another Final Fantasy 14 kind of
combo.
Yeah.
Collaboration.
After all the music that came before,
it was okay.
There was nothing wrong with that theme. It was cool, but it's one of those themes that you kind of should have led with. You should have led with this theme earlier on, and then played the hyper shit, the really hype shit that came earlier, because every theme that came before it was hype as fuck. But that last theme was just that's cool, I guess, but
I liked it.
Yeah, I mean it's fine. It fits. It isn't as cool as the phase 1 music or the third boss music. That's it. It makes perfect sense. It's a pretty neat thing to do. I like that they're kind of marrying the Nier and 14 music or Final Fantasy. I like that, but it was the only time when I went, that's the best you can fucking do.
It's not Birth of a Wish, like the one from first. It's
not Grandma either. That's the name. What? The name of the song is Grandma. Not that one. The one before. Yeah, Grandma.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. It's not like all the other, and yeah, the last theme of the last boss theme for the first Nier raid was way more hype.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it just wasn't. It just didn't hit. It didn't hit right. I'm hoping that the one that they decide to do for the last 24 man. I hope it hits better. That's it. But that trial theme, dude, I still got it stuck in my head. I can't get it. I think it's called To the Edge.
Yeah.
That's I'm all about that.
There's an orchestrating role for it, isn't there?
Yeah, I think there's a faded copy of it.
Okay.
Yeah. But I've had that shit stuck. Yeah, I've had that shit stuck in my head since Tuesday. The music, though, I mean, as if there's ever a reason to doubt that the music's gonna be fucking top notch. Dude, I still remember the patch 2.2 trailer when the Leviathan theme kicked in for the first time. I was like, yo. Yo. Okay. That's it. All right. I think with the music that might be all the things, because now we're on the Bajda wait train. We're on the Rising teaser train. We're on the Tales of Shadowbringers 2 train. We're on the Bajda wait train. We got a lot of train tickets, Sly. And this train ain't stopping anytime soon.
Pretty much.
You're
not including the Yokai Watch.
Yeah, we're on
train
the
ticket,
Yokai Watch train too. I'm not on the Ishgard crafting train. That train I'm not on. It's certainly a train, but it's like platform 8 1/3 at best.
Okay.
No, it's not quite 9. It's not quite 9 3/4 level of marvel and wonder. Especially because we still don't know if they're doing... I don't think they've formally announced whether or not they're doing new titles or not. Like, they said they were undecided if they actually were going to keep the idea of doing new titles or not. And so, I'm still in the boat that they probably shouldn't. I think they should just do the old titles again and let everyone who did it the first time have a fucking rest.
Yeah.
Almost everyone I've spoken to says, no, please don't do new titles. Please. Oh, man. But Tuesday, we've got Spoiler Cast.
Yes, we do.
We probably have a few other topics that are going to be pretty easy things to do shows about. We, of course, have Erzivia, where we're going to get... Here's the thing. We have to do 2, because I don't want to wait to do the 5.31 for a 5.35 to come out. So we probably have 2 Erzivias for this round. Probably one on just 5.3 and one on Tales of the Shadow.
2, man. Jesus, no.
What about... Because then we also have... Dude, we do not want one Erzivia that has 5.3 Tales of the Shadows 2 and Bajda. We are not prepared for that.
You know, Ethos likes to lump everything as much as he can in. So I'm kind of used to that. I would rather have that, honestly.
I'm not gonna make it. I'm not gonna make it. We're probably gonna end up having 2 Erzivias is the fact of the matter, because I don't think we can do that. I don't think we can handle that. I don't think we're ready for that, Sly. That's the pro league right there. We have and will probably always will be with Erzivia amateur hour. Yeah. We got a few other topics to hit since it's the odd numbered patch and we got some in between stuff. I'll be discussing with you a few other fun ideas we have for shows. But we have a bunch of obvious shows coming up as well. Obviously, when Bajda comes around, Ishgard comes around. I mean, Ishgard we probably won't do a show about in its entirety because it's probably not enough to talk about with that. But it'll come up. It'll come up.
Yeah,
no doubt.
Yeah.
With that though, Sly, I think it's time that we wrap it up.
I think it's time.
All right. Everyone, thanks for tuning in for this week's episode of State of the Realm. Remember, spoiler cast on Tuesday. On YouTube, that means it's going to be uploaded the next day on Wednesday. Ethos will be joining us for that. That show will be at noon Pacific on Tuesday. It'll go live bright and early at like 6 to 7 a.m. Pacific on Wednesday on YouTube. But thank you again for tuning in. Thank you to our sponsors. First of all, SteelSeries, of course. Remember, there's giveaways under every YouTube video every month. So, enter because, free stuff. They sponsor for years, might as well. But also we had our patrons whose names have been scrolling in the top right pretty much this entire time. And we have, of course, our patrons of Darkness, Khuja Cross on Jenova, and Kurenai Oni, who I have a new image for, and I forgot to edit it in to the last thing. You get complacent. You get complacent. You get used to it. You forget because you're like, I haven't had something new. I have one, though. I do have a new image.
Nice.
All right. That's it. That's all that matters. And with that, Sly, tell the people what you're up to. Tell them where they can find you at. And, the usual. Hit them with the 101.
Yeah. You can find me at Twitter.
511, is that the information line? 411? 411.
411.
I don't use phone, so.
There you go. You can find me on twitch.tv/Sly, aka Gray Fox. You can find me on Twitter at Sly the Fox. I do your goddamn dwarf dailies. Make sure you do your goddamn dwarf dailies.
What are those?
See, this guy doesn't do his dwarf dailies.
I don't have them
Do your
a
goddamn
lot.
dwarf dailies.
I would say it's not my fault, but it is entirely my fault I don't have them a lot.
Seeing as how I actually have my dad outfit in game, aka my barbecue outfit, and I just ordered a shirt, and it's getting here on Monday, and we're doing State of the Realm on Tuesday. Wednesday there will be a barbecue stream, and I'm gonna have to wake up at like 3:45 to start everything, and then go back to sleep. But still, yeah. So I'll be wearing my dad outfit IRL and teaching y'all how to make brisket, ribs, macaroni and cheese. But y'all know that. So either way, it's gonna be a fun Wednesday stream.
I'm already hungry thinking about Wednesday, and I don't even get to eat any of it. I'm ready.
And Happy, where can I find you? What you been up to?
You can find me, Mr. Happy 1227, all the usual places. If you don't know, then you're not hearing this message in the first place. That's the truth of the matter. It's just how it is. Yeah. We've got a Realm Reborn revamp. We're going to be working on that over the weekend. A few other videos I got to get to working on now that the patch is actually out, and I can see how certain things have panned out as well. We also have Mortal Shell next week. That's a Dark Souls-like that's coming out. I'm going to be playing that. We had access to a few other games that we're going to be checking out a little bit early, probably like an hour or two, build a YouTube video about those. We have Crystal Chronicles on the 27th, which I'm probably not going to start till late in the day because I've got some play partners and I don't want to start without them. But I'm going to be playing a shit ton of that towards the end of August and beginning of September. So be sure to keep a lookout for that as well. But it's going to be busy times for me for the next however many weeks or months, because then, you know, end of September is obviously going to be Bozja, and it's going to be busy. So that's what I'm going to be up to, and that's where you can find me at. So thanks for tuning in, everyone. On that note, we will now avoid spoiling anything and just leave, because, you know, we could do a short post show, and then we're going to shut our fucking mouths. So
pretty much.
That's what we've got planned. So Sly, if you're ready to go, I'm ready to go. So
I'm ready to go. I'm hungry.
Isn't that a song from Tony Hawk? Are you ready to go? 'Cause I'm ready to go. Okay, I don't want to get flagged by copyright. It's happened actually a little bit. Listen, I saw someone playing the new Tony Hawk. We'll talk about it in post show. Anyway, thanks for tuning in, everyone. I will see you. He'll see you tomorrow. I'll see you tomorrow. We'll see you next week, and
we'll see you next week. Either way. Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
Take care.